syllogisms. Okay, everyone treat this topic as a difficult one. Okay, but actually when you are aware of the concepts, every problems are very easy in your arithmetics and the reasoning. Okay, first of all you should have to learn the concepts, then the answers are very much useful to you. Okay, if the concepts are well known to you, then answers are very much easy to you. Now let's have a discussion on that topic, syllogisms. Okay, in syllogisms we should have to know how is the sentence formed in this way. Okay, look at here. Here the sentence formation is like this. Here the sentence formation have the rule, that is subject plus quantifier plus object. This is the way of rule for framing the syllogisms questions. Okay, for that sentence must be in the format subject plus quantifier plus object. Subject may be the anything, that means ball, bat, cricket, stars, okay, like that. Okay, apples, okay, bananas, like that, crooks, hooks. Okay, now quantifier means, quantifier is a measurable things. That means if all, this is the universal quantifier or general quantifier. All is the general quantifier. General quantifier is all. You should have to remember, ma. And another one is some, no, and at last some not. Some not. These three are specific quantifiers. Specific quantifiers. Okay, general quantifier and specific quantifiers. Okay, subject may be any object, any objects, that is balls, bats, crooks, hooks, okay, names like that, Raja, Ramu, okay, or desk, tables, bells, okay, board, chalk pieces, okay, pens, okay, right now. Yeah, all these are subjects and the objects. Now all, some, no, and the some not are the quantifiers, and particularly all is the general quantifier and some is the specific quantifiers. These three are specific quantifiers. You should have to remember, guys. Where you have the specific quantifiers, you should have to prefer the specific quantifiers for the framing the answer, for getting the conclusion also. In this way, in these questions, in this topic, he gives the question format like this. He gives the statements, first of all, statement 1 and statement 2 or statement 3, statement 4 or statement 5, like this statement 6 also. Okay, for if he gives the statements, statement 1 and statement 2, okay, he gives the conclusion C1, C2, C3 and C4. You should have to check it for which conclusion follows these two. Which conclusion follows the statements what he has given. Okay, suppose for example, before getting into this, we should have to learn the concept first. Later we will discuss. This is the model of the questions. Later we will discuss the questions. Okay, now here the concept and the rule is, first of all we should have to learn the rules. Here the rules is, when you are aware of the, okay, rule 1, while merging of sentences, while merging of sentences, okay, you should have to make that common word. Particularly, this is not the first rule. When you look at this one, first rule is while merging, rules for merging, particularly merging means combining, okay, rules for merging of the sentences. First condition, there must be a common word. First condition, there must be a common word in those merging of two sentences minimum. Okay, there must be a merging of one common word. A common word means one common word. Okay, and another condition is that common word must have the distribution only once. Must have the distribution only once. Here the condition is that common word must have the distribution only once. Okay, second one, third one. Okay, now the third one is now here the third one is if distribution is more than, or if distribution is more than once or less than once, that means no distribution. Here less than once means no distribution. Less than once, our conclusion is, or particularly no conclusion. Okay, if distribution is more than once or distribution is less than once, that means there is no distribution, that for that common word no conclusion will be arises. Okay, for that remaining is we will get the answers. Okay, now another thing, here it is at final step, step 4. At step 4, okay, at final step of by the getting of the distribution, if it is once, you should have to write the sentence starts from the specific quantifier. Write the sentence starts with specific quantifier. With specific quantifiers. Okay, specific quantifiers are some, no, some not. Suppose for example, all cats are rats. Suppose take this example, and some cats are dogs. In this case, our answer is some dogs are rats. This is the answer actually. Okay, now how can you finalize this one? Here our steps, look at here once. First one, there must be a common word. That common word must have distribution only once. Okay, if distribution here, that common word must have distribution only once, then cancel that common word. Then cancel that common word. Okay. Later, if distribution is more than once or less than once, okay, there is no conclusion. Write this, next conclusion is write the sentence starts with specific quantifier. In the case of all and some, you should have to start with the some. In the case of all and no, you should have to start with no. In the case of some and no, you should have to start with some and not. Okay, like that. Okay, now I will give another model. If you have all plus sum, your specific quantifier is sum. Okay, sum plus sum. Okay, there is no conclusion in this case, no conclusion. Okay, and all plus all, you have all plus no. Okay, all plus no arises. Sum plus no, sum plus no, here sum not arises, sum and word and arises, and then no plus no, there is no conclusion. Here this is no conclusion. Okay. Here while writing the sentence, you should have to check it for this ones. And another way of this one is, okay, I will give the distribution table that plays an important role while doing the solving these problems. Okay, suppose first bracket is quantifier. This is the important thing. Look at here, quantifiers. You have the quantifier all, some, okay, no, and another one is some not, and then only. Okay, these are the quantifiers, all, some, no, some not, only. These are all the quantifiers. Subject and the object. This syllogisms topic can be solved by the Venn diagrams also, but this process is very much easiest to you. When you look at that question, you can answer the question within 10 seconds. Okay, look at here. Suppose when you take the diagram for all, okay, all, suppose all cats are rats. Okay, in this case, all cats are in the rats, right? Okay. In this case, distribution of cats are in R, rats. That means R cannot be specifically distributed. R cannot be identically distributed in R. That may be at center. Okay, cats may be at center. Okay, this may be at center or at the corners or at the something. That means that cats are particularly distributed. So that subject is distributed, object is not specifically distributed in all condition. In all conditions, subject is distributed, object is not distributed. Okay, let me take another example to you. Okay, based upon the sum type. Suppose sum type, some cats are dogs. Suppose some cats are dogs. Assumption. These are the assumption. These are the not at all the reliable one. Okay. This is only the concept for doing these kind of problems only. You should have to remember in your minds. This is the specific quantifier. Okay. When you look at this one, some cats. Okay. Some cats are dogs. Am I right? Some cats are dogs. Is the specifically quantified? Specifically quantified. These dogs may be that side to the cats, or these dogs may be this side to the cats. Okay. Is it specifically distributed? Okay. These dogs may be this side or this side interacted with cats. There is no specifically distribution to the some cats or dogs. So in that some condition, subject and object are not specifically distributed. In that case of no, suppose no cats or dogs. Let me take the example. No cats or dogs. That means no cats or dogs. Specifically they are separated. Specifically the distribution is separated. Okay, specifically, identically indicated that. So distribution is applicable for those two ones. Okay, no cats or dogs, no dogs or cats. Those are right. Next, some not. Okay, in this case, some cats are not dogs. In this case, some cats are not dogs. That means some cats, here it is cats, okay, not dogs. Okay, so some cats are not dogs. In this case, these cats, okay, not the dogs. Some cats are not dogs. This may be like this. Okay, or some cats are not dogs. This may be like this. Okay, some dogs are not cats. This may be like this. Okay, that some cats are not specifically. Suppose this dog is separated. In this, some cats are not dogs. Okay, suppose this is the dogs. Okay, cats may be this one, right? Okay, cats may be this one, right? Cats may be this one, right? Cats may be this one. But distribution of dogs is fixed, right? Dog is fixed, but cat is rotated. So here for some type, in some cases there is no distribution. So this is no distribution. Okay, at no position distribution is available. So at this position object has the distribution, subject not having the distribution. At some not position, subject here, subject have no distribution, object have the distribution. And then next one, only cats or dogs. Suppose only cats or dogs. Okay, that means what? All dogs are cats. Okay, only cats or dogs means that dogs are only cats. That means all dogs are cats. Only cats or dogs means all dogs are cats. That means distribution to dogs. That means in the only condition, distribution to object and not for the subject. Okay, that means some not and only has the same format, that is subject have no distribution and object have the distribution. Based upon this distribution table, we can match the questions and as per the rules for merging. Okay, here in this topic, syllogisms can be done by two ways, using Venn diagrams and using this rules of these syllogisms. By using these rules of syllogisms and distribution table, by using the tick process and into mark process, you can get the answer very easily. But this is the process is very much useful to you in your competitive examinations. Around 5 marks were given from these syllogisms in any competitive examination, at least minimum 3. Okay, if the syllogism topic is included in your syllabus, then you can fix that. 5 marks is in your hand because you have the rules and the distribution. Okay, now based upon the distribution we are solving the answer directly, but you should have to aware that then if and if only when you have the common word in those sentences, two sentences, the two statements, then you can match those sentences. Okay, first rule. Unless in the common word existed in the two statements have only once distributed. If you that follows the once time distribution, then cancel that word. Okay, otherwise that means if the distribution is more than once or less than once, that means no distribution, into mark arises, that means no conclusion arises. In this case, suppose if I can write all cats are dogs, sometimes all rats are dogs. Okay, now in this case, look at here once specifically. These are this one and we can do the problems by using that one and this one only. Okay, these are just for formality, I told to you. Okay, now let's take this example. I had already write that all cats are dogs and some cats are dogs. In this case, if I write all cats or rats and some rats or dogs. What is our conclusion here? Okay, when you match this one, and in the conclusion there is a link between cats and the dogs, and there is a link between dogs and the cats, and there is a link, and there is no is the answer, no conclusion is the answer, and last one is none. No conclusion and none have different different answers. Here, look at here. When you get the conclusion, here the conclusion one is, suppose some dogs or cats, and conclusion 2, some cats or dogs. Conclusion 3, no conclusion. Conclusion 4, none. None means none of these 3 options we have the answer. Okay, when you have the answer other than this conclusion, you can prefer to none. Otherwise, you should have to prefer to that one. Okay, now here when you look at this one, now how I can solve these questions? Look at here. All cats are rats. In the all condition, subject have the distribution and object have no distribution. Okay, in some condition, 2 objects have no distribution. Okay, when you what are the common word? What is the common word here? Rats. Okay, is those rats have only one distribution? No, here rats have more than, there is no distribution. That's why here the answer is no conclusion while merging. Okay, no conclusion while merging. Sometimes he gives one of the option. If he gives the option as, in the third option, if he gives that some rats are, or some dogs are rats, and last one, no conclusion. Many of you do this one. Okay, in the conclusion one, he mixed the linkage between dogs and the cats. That's why you should have to dogs and the cats relation. For getting that one, you should have to mix these 2 statements. In the second conclusion also, he linked with the cats and the dogs. In this case also, when you match these 2 statements, then you can get the answer. Okay, is conclusion 3, some dogs are rats. In conclusion 3, what I had written, some dogs are rats. Okay, some dogs are rats. Is it right or wrong? Where is the dogs and rats relation? That was existed in the same sentence, same statement. So you don't go to distribution table. Okay, just look at this statement only. Look at this statement only using the distribution. Okay, some rats or dogs. When you reverse that, is there any change? Here also you have no distribution, no distribution. So here also no distribution, no distribution, no distribution, no distribution, because of the quantifier sum. So our answer is C3. Okay, that is the twist here. Okay, while you merging is applicable if and only if you have the 2 words in the different statements. If you have the 2 words in the different statements, then only merging takes place. In that case, merging rules are, what must be a common word. That common word must have only the one-time distribution. If otherwise, that means more than one's distribution or less than one's distribution, there is no conclusion. Okay, sometimes he gives the same words existed in the same statements in that conclusion also. Here dogs and rats relation existed in the same statement. In the question he gives this one. This is statement 1, statement 2, you should have to prefer to C1, C2, C3. This is option A, this is option B, C, D. Okay, like that. This is the base, this is the way of answering the syllogisms questions. Suppose for example, another example for you. I think I can clear all these models to you. Now, I will explain some other models. When you have these rules and the distribution table in your minds, then you can get the answer very easily. Suppose if I write the sentence as some boys are batsmen. Some boys are batsmen. Okay. No batsman is no batsman is a bowler. Then how is the boys and the bowler, how is the bowler and the boys can be concluded? Here, when you look at here, you can get the answer. In some cases there is no distribution, in no condition there is a distribution. Here is the common word batsman, here is the common word batsman. Here one time distribution takes place in all these two, so you can cancel this one as per our rules. Okay, next, when you have sum and no, our preference is sum not is our answer. So your answer may be here in this case. Okay, your answer is some boys are not bowlers. That means in some cases no distribution, okay, not cases distribution takes place. This also exhibited in here. Without knowing the merging, you can do one thing. Okay, if the boys distribution, here also distribution. Okay, direct from the conclusion you can get the answer. Direct from the conclusion. Okay, here by making the distributions to every day, or okay, here some boys are not bowlers, so boys have no distribution, bowlers have distribution. Here boys have no distribution, bowlers have distribution. So here is the right answer. And another way I can write another one, that is suppose for example, and another conclusion here is all bowlers are boys. All bowlers are boys. In this case also, bowlers have the distribution, boys have no distribution. This is also the right one. Okay, don't go for the as reliable conditions. Okay, go with the distribution condition. Okay, some boys are not bowlers means all bowlers are boys. That might be available. That might be some bowlers. Okay, some boys are not bowlers. That means maybe all bowlers are boys. So in this condition also available. Sometimes another way is only boys are bowlers. Only boys are bowlers. In the only condition also, boys have no distribution and bowlers have the distribution. It's these three conclusions satisfies the above condition, right? Okay, by getting this distribution table, by getting the distribution to that one, you can get the answers. So answer is conclusion 4 all. In the conclusion 4 you can get the all condition also. Okay, so you must concentrate on the distribution of that content only, but not the reliable conditions, but not the comparisons by making the Venn diagrams. Some boys are batsmen, no batsman is a bowler, boys batsmen. Okay, no batsman is a bowler. So here bowler may be this side or this side. Okay, and this side boys may be this side. Okay, and this is not at all a right way. Okay, only boys. Okay, only boys are bowlers. This is bowlers. Okay, this is boys and this is the batsmen. Okay, in that condition some boys are not bowlers, some boys are not bowlers, right? Okay, some next one, some all bowlers are boys, all bowlers are boys, maybe equally lie on the same line. Okay, only boys are bowlers, maybe right. Okay, so by making the Venn diagrams you might get some confusion. So by making the distribution you can get the answer directly. Okay, this is the syllogisms topic. Okay, you should have to follow distribution and the rules while merging. Okay, by the distribution you can get the answer very easily. Okay, you should have to remember in your minds, syllogisms is very much easiest topic when you are aware of the rules for merging and the distribution. Okay, I had already discussed about the how those distributions are takes place. Please remember that one. Now, let's have a discussion on the problems in our projector.